In Exodus chapter 22, Moses is being given laws regarding restitution, moral responsibility, and worship. In the process, we learn much about honesty, responsibility, protection, and purity. One of the laws related to moral responsibility appears in Exodus chapter 22, verses 16 and 17. If a man entices a virgin who is not betrothed and lies with her, he shall surely pay the bride price for her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuses to give her to him, he shall pay money according to the bride price of virgins. So, if a young man seduces a young woman and has sexual intimacy with her, he needs to take responsibility for his actions and marry her. In other words, young man, if you mess with her, you marry her. Now, if her dad refuses to give his daughter to him, and the dad will refuse if the guy is a jerk, then the guy must still pay and be left empty-handed and humiliated. Here are a couple cultural items. Item number 1, marriage in Hebrew culture was consummated with sexual intimacy. Sexual intimacy was not to be a flippant experience. Then cultural item number 2, the dad had a protective role. A good dad would only give his daughter away to someone who's worthy. So we come away with 2 huge principles. Principle number 1, sexual purity. We're to save ourselves for marriage. Our body belongs to God and to our future spouse, so we're not to mess around. And then principle number 2, personal responsibility. If we do mess up in some way, whether in regard to sexual immorality or in some other area of our lives, we need to take responsibility for our actions. To think that we can commit sin and not take responsibility for our sin reeks of self-centeredness and short-sightedness. We're called to walk in purity, and when we sin in some way, we're called to do what we can to make it right, to confess, to repent, and to make restitution if needed. If we call ourselves a child of God, we need to act like a child of God. Thanks for listening.